Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm UncleLander and this is Gran Turismo 2 GT mode playthrough. On the last episode we have managed to complete every single dirt event that was available to us with the Scooter Pike Speak version. On today's episode I'm planning to complete every single manufacturer event in the East City. And the first manufacturer that I'm going to complete is going to be Suzuki. And Suzuki has the event for AutoWorks car and the Cappuccino. So, let's check the AutoWorks because I already have the cars already here prepared and ready to go. So the first AutoWorks, we have the RZ from 98. And it is a car that currently has 182 brake horsepower and 662 kilograms. So without further ado, let's get back to the Suzuki manufacturer and let's complete the first race of the East City. So I got Suzuki, event, and AutoWorks Cup. Normal style first. Also, a little bit of a quick reminder, this video, like every single other video of the Gran Turismo, is being recorded live on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/UncleLander. Come in, say hi. We are playing, it's pretty nice over here, it's pretty calm, but we're playing variety video games, so hopefully you're gonna find something that actually interested you. Okay, so maybe let's set this car to 4.5 and 6.0. 115 of that. I guess 4 and 6. 1.0 camber. Minus 0.5 because that's usually how I set up the cars. Brakes at 2022. We are drawing on the Clubman. So the configuration of the gears, I guess the 5, actually I'm gonna set up to 6. LSD front, back, we're gonna set up all to 5, we're only gonna drive this car once, sadly. But maybe in the future I'm gonna use it for something else. Only time will tell. Alright, Clement Stage Road 5. Also, it's worth mentioning that every single manufacturer event is gonna have a randomized track. So, without further ado, the first race with Suzuki AutoWorks, let's go. I actually really enjoy the manufacturer races for that exact reason. And I can already say that this Clubman Road Stage 5 is a reverse track. Bye guys. It's a reverse track of the Clubman Stage 5, which is pretty great because I have not driven on the reverse tracks in like ages. And after applying the usual settings that I do for the cars like this car actually sticks to the road pretty damn nicely. It doesn't understeer, it doesn't jump too much. It just does its job properly. We might be even able to reach the maximum speed on this car during this straight, and we definitely will. Probably something around 190 kilometers an hour, 198 to 197, give or take. And a matter of fact, this actually makes me wanna extend the gears on this car in auto setting by like 2. But then again, I'm probably gonna only extend it by 1. Because when I'm gonna buy the racing modifications, I'm gonna put the maximum downforce on this car, which downforce also is gonna impact the acceleration and the maximum speed of the car as well. So you basically need to consider that into the equation, and just like that, we have finished the first race of the East City. We actually if there was a one car that I was looking for, it was Suzuki AutoWorks Sports Limited. because it basically gives you the same amount of power out of the modifications, only the difference is the sports version is a little bit lighter. And with the K cars like this, the weight, even a minimal difference in weight, makes a huge difference. Alright, so now racing style. To get the racing style, I need to buy the modification for this car. The racing modification. And we got two colors, one in black and one in bright purple. I'm gonna buy the one in black because it just looks better. The black flames. Alright, let's go for the Autoworks event. The racing style. On the Deep Forest Raceway. Suspension settings are gonna remain the same. I'm only gonna increase the car weight and I'm gonna increase the auto setup by 1 because I even believe that the auto setup at 6 would be good enough. But 7 is gonna allow this car to just gain a little bit more speed on a straight. Right. Let's see if it's a regular track or is it the reverse track. And it's a regular track. Two laps in Deep Forest. With a car that pretty much grips like a dream. I wonder if I can beat this corner without even braking. Just full gas and catching that... No, it's not possible. Yeah, it's... The rules of physics, the rules of nature are still gonna work a little bit against me, but at least this corner can be beaten without braking. And take a look at that. I could actually increase the gearing on this car even more. Because even though this car has a maximum downforce, it still can squeeze a little bit more when it comes to the maximum speed. Huh. The more you know, I guess. I'm gonna try again to beat that corner without braking. No. The car does not grip that hard. It's still getting pushed to the outside, but there was an attempt. There was an attempt. And just like that, the race has been won. We are not gonna get any rewards for completing the manufacturer events. Well, we're gonna get some money back, but we are not gonna get additional bonus cars. But this is kind of required for 100% completion. which if the numbers are not gonna glitch on me, we are gonna reach 100% completion. If not, we're gonna be stuck at like 80 something percent or 98%. Right, but the second race that we're gonna do for Suzuki is Cappuccino Cup. We already have driven Cappuccino back in the day. It is a car that we have driven with and used on the K-Cup. So it's gonna be a good reminder of what this car can actually do, and it can do quite a bit. We're gonna have to bring back the turbo on this car. Cappuccino, first the normal style, then the racing style. It is also technically the best K car in the game that you can unlock on one of the days. I don't even remember which day at this point. Port Polish, Performance Turbo, Stage 1, so we can have 130 brake horsepower. Now that it's just customization to this car, I think this car is currently driving pretty good, but I think I'm gonna adjust a little bit. 115. The camber is good. Brakes are fine. We're gonna definitely apply different gearing. Let's go already for 8. I think I'm gonna go for 8 for this one. And we're driving again the club in stage 5. Okay. Let's see if it's gonna be again reverse or the regular track. Like I said, the tracks are randomized, so having the same track again, it's actually pretty normal. And I think, yeah, it is a reverse track, sadly. Not that big of a deal, though. Forgot to use the brakes over here, I guess. And I might have added way too much gearing onto this car. I guess it's 6 or 5 would be good enough. Yeah, because I believe right now the gears are just way too long. And it slows down the car, on top of the fact that this car does not have as much power as the AutoWorks. And the normal style race has been complete. Now we're gonna go for the racing style. Also, I know that you guys have probably noticed that I'm not going for the car tests, and there's a good reason for that. At this point, the car tests are basically the only cars that would be like remotely valid would be cars that are already fully customized. Like fully modified cars or cars that won by completing the race. And honestly, there's not really a lot of cars that can actually do that. Maybe besides the car that I'm gonna buy for the World Championship, which I'm not gonna tell which one. I don't believe I also said it back in the past, but I'm gonna buy a car that I never have driven in the World Championship, and I'm gonna win that championship with that car. Anyway, Cappuccino Racing Modification. And we have quite a variety of choice. Well, we got silver with white with blue, green with blue, silver with blue, silver with green, black with blue, black with green. And I think the best one that looks over here would be most likely the silver with the blue on it. I was kind of hoping that I could get like maybe silver with red or black with red, but I'm gonna go for this. Alright, we got the racing modification but now we're gonna just adjust the downforce of this car to be at the max, and we're gonna reduce the gearing on this car from 8 to 6 because it's gonna be good enough. Alright, let's see what kind of track we're gonna drive for the Suzuki Cup. Seattle Circuit full course, oh boy. Oh my goodness. What a great track. Totally not too long whatsoever for a little K car like this. Alright, it's all good. It's all going, so it's fine. We'll manage. And even better, this is a reverse track of the Seattle full course. So on the plus side, we are not gonna have to deal with the climbing up. Oh wait, I totally forgot. This is it has a slalom over here. It's not the turn. I genuinely do not remember this track. Alright, I'm driving uphill. Now it's gonna be a turn to the right over here. A little bit of a sharp one. I'm currently driving. I'm trying to drive from memory more than anything else. And I'll drive uphill. Corner over here. I'm also trying to follow the map. In front of me, there's gonna be sharp turn to the left. That's gonna be couple jumps, which this car might not even perform, considering that I have a high downforce. And also the suspension is pretty up high, so it might actually behave a little bit better. Sharp J-turn, and to the finish line, and if we're gonna finish the lap number 1, we still got one more lap left. What considers a J-turn or U-turn, actually? I think I would call it J-turn. And now that I look at this car, I think it could use even shorter gearing. Even shorter than this. I still consider this car to be a pretty fun thing to drive. Up to the final turn. And off to the finish line. And there we go, another race. And that also summarizes the Suzuki. The Suzuki is, yeah, Suzuki, Suzuki brand racing manufacturer. And that also allows me to jump for another manufacturer, which I believe it's Honda. But let's check. Let's make sure. Yep, it is Honda, and let's check the first race from that manufacturer, NSX Trophy, and I already have a car perfectly prepared for that. NSX Type S0 in the classic orange pearl. With 444 brake horsepower and 1130 kilograms of weight. Imola or orange pearl. Let's go. Honda has a lot of races. It has 5 races in total. Alright, now it's time to modify the car. Yeah, 4 or 5 at the front. 10 at the back, because we already have more power. Let's bring this car to 115 the front and the back. Actually, let's also check the Trail... Ooh! It's Trail Mountain. Okay, yeah, so we're gonna need that higher spring. 4 and 8 over here. 1-0 camber at the front, 1-5 at the back because it's MR. So we're gonna set it to 0.5. 5 and 6 on the stabilizers. That was not what I was planning to do. Brakes 2022. Gearbox. I'm actually gonna make this car to have a little bit shorter gears, so I'm gonna set up to 9. Downforce cannot be adjusted. We're gonna get 5 LSD initial and the acceleration, but I'm gonna bring the decel to 30, just in case the car is gonna be over understeering a little bit too much. Hopefully that's gonna be good enough. Let's go. We're definitely gonna win, but we're gonna see how the car is gonna drive. And thankfully we're joining the regular version of the Trail Mountain circuit. Ooh, okay, yeah. This car still definitely understeers. It's manageable, but boy does it understeer. I would need to probably adjust the toe a little bit more. Yeah, the front just does not really want to cooperate over here. I need to like brake before every single corner. This car is a little bit stiff. It has a good gearing though. Good enough for the track. But it definitely oversteers. So if I would use this car for a little bit longer, I would definitely put a little bit more work into it. Because it's good enough to win the race, but for any other usage, yeah, it would require a little bit of patience, a little bit of work, but it's definitely workable in comparison to freaking TVR Cerbera 4.5, which I'm gonna remember till the end of my days. It's probably the worst car to modify. Now that I think about it, if this was a different track and not Trial Mountain, I would extend the gear from 9 to 11. And I think it would be perfectly justifiable. Could do that with the Type R, because we're gonna have Type R racing and I have another NSX to drive in the Type R races for Honda. And we're done. I believe the second race on the list was the Civic races. Also, something that I probably already mentioned at the beginning, if I didn't, I'm gonna say it right now. Every single car has been basically... I grinded a lot of money and I bought all the cars and I modified all the cars before I started to even doing anything about this, about the manufacturer events. So I have the Civic race and I already have the car for it, as I said just a moment ago. And it's a Civic VTI from '93. Currently that car has 293 brake horsepower and 874 kilograms of weight. And it's a nice little thing. Very fast little thing too. Civic race, normal style, let's go. Gonna have to adjust this car a little bit. Alright, so, front at 4.5, but we need to keep in mind that this is a front engine car, so I guess 8.0 on the back would be good enough. 115, we're gonna increase it to 130. Actually, what kind of track are we driving? Grindwall, so I guess increasing the suspension, the height would definitely be good. 4 and 8. Now camber can actually stay at 2.0 at the front, because the entire action of this car happens at the front. Toe 0.5, but maybe no, because it's a front wheel car. Brakes actually 22 and 20 because it's a front car, and we're gonna adjust the gearing. They're gonna put it in at 8. No downforce for now, but let's set up the LSD to 5 on everything, because I don't know if this car is gonna even need to have its thing adjusted, but I think for now it's gonna be all good. At least I hope so. The only one way to figure it out is by driving this car. Grindwall race, so let's go. And let's see if it's gonna be reverse or is it gonna be a regular track. It's a regular track, which is pretty good. A tiny bit of understeering. But it could be just me, because right now, as I can see, the car is actually sticking to the road and it's sticking pretty damn good. Adding the racing modification and the downforce to this car is gonna do it even more favors. What a beautifully driving car. But I guess I could extend the gearing a little bit. And just like that, the normal style Civic race has been complete. Now we're gonna put the racing modification on this car. Look at that, most of the cars in this race is like Civic's VDI from '93, Ferrier VDI. Game knows what's good. The game knows what's good. Alright, let's get the racing modification now. And we're gonna, as per usual, we're gonna slap that downforce to the max so we can get the maximum grip on the corners, even though this car already has a pretty good grip on the corners, all things considered. And I'm gonna get the yellow, green, and red combo. It's a pretty classic one too. There we go. Got the racing modification. So let's go for the racing style of the Civics. And like I said, we're gonna definitely increase the gearing on this car by 2. And maybe we're gonna decrease the brakes at the front a tiny bit, but the downforce is gonna remain at max. Special stage R5 is the track that we're gonna go for. Let's see if it's reverse or the regular one. I hope it's not a reverse one. Reverse special stage R5 is kinda weird. And it's a regular one. Let's go. We got a copycat over here. And we are finishing the first lap with time 1 minute 33 seconds, .06. And just like that, the Civic Cup has been finished. And just like I said, adding the racing modification, increasing its downforce, and increasing the gearing have definitely did this car a lot of favors. Though I believe I could push it a little bit more and increase, basically decrease the bound rebar at the front by like 1 or 2 even, and keep the 8 at the back. If I could drive one more time, I would definitely try to adjust the suspension a little bit more. It's driven very good, but I think the bound and rebound could be ever so slightly adjusted. I would even put that risk and adjust the toe a little bit, and maybe the camber at the back to 1.5, because that's usually how I do this. But yeah, the car drives pretty well. Oh, beat the beat. Beat my meat. I mean, what? We're gonna get the Mugen Beat with 128 brake horsepower and, well, almost 700 kilograms of weight. Oh boy. I do not like this car. I do not like Beats. I believe that Beats are probably one of the worst K cars you can get in the game. Because for some reason, despite the fact that this car has a middle engine and rear drive, it drives so freakishly slow. It is slow. Normal style only. On the track, from all the tracks in the world, you decide to give me a trial mountain. More like trial these nuts. Funny joke. I want to not... okay, so it's gonna be 1-0 at the front, 1-5 at the back because it's MR. 5 and 6 over here because that's my usual setting. 20 versus 22. And... well... guess what Uncle have forgot to buy? The gears, the clutch, the drive shaft, and the flywheel. Oh, that's gonna be fun. Oh well, at least we got the proper suspension setup, so... I don't know how I managed to miss buying a proper gearbox for this car. I really don't know how I managed to do that. Oh well. I'll deal with it. The suspension and the engine upgrades are gonna do the job. They can do the job that's gonna be good enough already, so I'm not gonna complain, I'm just gonna move forward. And from this point on, I think I'm gonna start checking my cars and how I modify them. All things considered, this car drives pretty nicely. It's a shame that it only can squeeze 170 kilometers an hour. And the gearing down on this car without additional parts is horrid. Or at least I'm sure that I have set up the suspension properly in the brake balance and whatnot, so I don't really feel that guilty. But from this point on, I'm gonna check if I bought everything for the car, starting with NSX types S0. Alright, there goes the first lap. If I had the proper gearbox on this guy, I could squeeze so much more. Oh well. Isn't that the consequences of my own misactions? The only thing that I feel sorry for is for the people that need to listen to this goddamn thing. Damn, this race was too long. Okay. Let's just forget that this race existed. Because I think the next race is gonna be Type R racing, and I already have the NSX prepared, and I hope that it's fully prepared, that I didn't forget to actually buy the gearbox for it. This time I'm gonna be a little bit... I'm gonna check. I'm actually gonna check. It's just so I can be at peace with myself. Beat the beat. Okay, yeah, so the Type R racing is next. NSX Type R, and I can actually check it over here. So I got suspension, fully custom sportsman, NA tuning, brake, racing, gearbox, triple clutch, racing flywheel, weight reduction. Yeah, I have everything. I have everything because this car cannot have the propeller shaft. Alright, so NSX Type R with 423 brake horsepower in almost 1100 kilograms of weight in neutron white pearl. NSX Type R is technically the best Type R car that you can bring into this race. Oh, lovely! It's another race in Trail Mountain. I am so happy because of that. Okay, so let's bring this to 11. Definitely higher suspension to 120. Damper we're gonna set up to 3, 3 and 8. 1.5 on camber, 1.0 at the front, toe -5 +5, 5 and 6 on the stabilizers, 20-22 on the brakes. Gear can actually stay at 12 because it's only have 5 gears. LSD D-cell, I'm just gonna put it to 40 because I simply want to. Yeah, let's hope that this is gonna be good enough. I mean, it's going to be good enough, but I'm hoping that it's gonna be good enough to simply keep the car on the track and not off the track. And curses, it's a reverse Trail Mountain. Oh boy. I do not remember how to drive on the reverse Trail Mountain. Oh, it's still understeers. It still understeers like crazy. Or maybe it's just my lack of skill when it comes to this track, like my lack of knowledge. And it's gonna be a hill climb. Also being the longest straight of this track. Alright, not bad, not bad. Alright, past the first lap. Off to the second. I can still hear them behind me. I think it could be worse. It could be Ultramarine Mini. Or it could be Ultramarine in general. I think that would be just like a death sentence to me. And there we go. Trail Mountain Reverse beaten. Not gonna lie, the NSX Type R is a pretty damn good car. Would love to see it having 6 gears though. Alright, continuing on. What was after the Type R? Because I think we still have the S2000 race available. Yeah, we got Challenge S2000, so let's go and jump into that car. Let's check if it's fully modified. Let's not make the same mistake as the Honda Beat. Suspension, NA tune, sports, brake kit, controller, slicks, gearbox, triple plate, computer, carbon shaft. Yeah, it's fully modified. And also it looks nice. A flagship car of the Gran Turismo cover. The Gran Turismo 2 cover, at least some of them. I think the European version has like it has the cover of the game is way different. I think it's the American version of the game that has the white Honda S2000 at the front. Normal style first, let's go. Let's check what kind of track are we gonna get. Because if it's gonna be something short, then I'm definitely gonna put a shorter gearbox. East section, yeah, I can put a shorter gearbox. As per usual, 4.5. This car actually drives pretty well, so 9.0. 110 also, it's not really that unstable of a track. .22. Let's have the gearing at 10. 5, and I can try with 5 at LSD diesel. Alright, let's go. And it's the reverse track. Oh boy. I'm going to adjust the spring rate on the back to 10-0. To make this car a little bit more fun. Also, I've noticed that this car understeers at the front, so I might need to increase the camber to 1.5 at the front, and I probably will. I guess I could also increase the gear a little bit by 1. Because the rear of the car is actually not bad. It's the front that gives you the most trouble. So we might actually add the decrease the bound and rebound at the front. From 4 to 3. That's probably what is going to happen. But I don't know if I should touch the toe in any way, shape, or form. I probably won't. So we need to increase the spring rate, bound rebound at the front needs to be adjusted, and of course the racing modification with maximum downforce, because S2000 Challenge has a racing style as well, so let's go for that. And I'm gonna go for the silver, even though the actual flagship of the car would be white. With the GT2 at the front, but I'm gonna go with silver. I just like the silver color a little bit more. Ooh, this one is on the apricot hill, nice. Yeah, increase it to this one on 3, camber 1.5 at the front, toe is alright, braking is fine, gearing increasing by 1, maximum downforce, and this car doesn't understeer, so I don't need to adjust the diesel in any way, shape, or form. Let's go. Let's see which track it is. Is it the reverse or is it the regular one? And I can already say it's a reverse one. Oh boy. Oh yeah, I can already feel the difference. The downforce is definitely doing its job, but adjusting the camber at the front in bound and rebound definitely helped this car even more. we got a long straight over here. Exit, nice and beautiful. Hello, PS1 addict. Love this game. It's a very good game. It's a very good game. I mean, I played this game for like since I got my maybe not since, but I played this game since I was like 14, 15, and I played it until I was like 21, 23. If I could, I would play this game like every single year during my streamiversary, birthday anniversary thing. But this game is actually pretty damn long. But I really enjoy this game, and I also enjoy the fact that I managed to return to it. Even if it's only for a single playthrough, this game is... It's just great. It's amazing. It's probably the best PlayStation 1 racing game to exist ever. And don't let anybody say that. Though there are some things in which Gran Turismo 1 actually excels over GT2, but only they're pretty cosmetic. Alright, there we go. Honda S2000 races has been complete, and that means that we have the Honda manufacturer complete as well. For time and hardware, it's based on this game looks good for what it is. Yes, it definitely does. And the using emulators also helps. Emulators are great. And the fact that you can increase the performance of the games with the emulators themselves, it's even better. Alright, now we're going for the Subaru, and if I'm correct, the first race of the Subaru, it's gonna require us to use SVX S4, which is an enigma of a car. Well, first let's start with the stats. 383 brake horsepower with 1400 kilograms of weight. In this car, unmodified, which I'm gonna check if I have all the modifications, this car unmodified actually has only 4 gears. Is the middle child of the Subaru family. Subaru, events, SVX challenge, and we're gonna drive the SVX in normal style and also in racing style. Let's go. First, the normal style. Grindwald, okay. 5, and let's set you up to 9. Definitely higher suspension, and what, 20, because it's Grindwald. Let's try for an 8 first. Camber can actually stay as it is. Toe is actually gonna stay as it is, because I don't know what this car is actually capable of. It's a 4-wheel drive anyway. 2022. Oh, definitely different gearing. We're gonna get you at 9 because you are way too heavy. Alright, let's go. Let's see how this car is gonna perform with the current settings. Hopefully it's gonna be good. If not, then we're gonna work on it. Excuse me. And it's a reverse grindwall too. Nice. I don't remember anything about the reverse tracks. So it's almost like a new experience to me. I'm not gonna lie, this car is kind of... It's sluggish. I'm gonna keep the gearbox setting as it is right now, but this car is pretty damn sluggish. At least suspension setting is good. Alright, the first lap at 1 minute 29.2. And the race is over, at least the normal style race. We still have the racing style race to complete. Alright, let's check what kind of coloring the racing style does have. Racing car modification. Let's see what we got. So we got gray, we got red, and we got pink. Oh boy, the amount of choice. Honestly, I think the red is actually looking pretty good. So we're gonna get this one. So I'm not gonna adjust the gearbox unless the track is gonna be longer. We're gonna put the maximum downforce on the car so we can increase the grip even more than it already is. Let's see what kind of track we're gonna get. Yeah, we are not gonna adjust the gears. We're just putting on the maximum downforce on the car. It's a Seattle short course, so we don't really have to worry about gearing too much. A massive tank of a car is gonna drive in a track that has been made for go-karts. Oh boy. Well, maybe not even, because there is an actual track for go-karts. I think it's called Motorsport Land, or something similar to that. It's a track that's only available in the arcade mode. There's even a video on the replay theater that shows mine's Lancer Evo 5 just drifting away inside of the Motorsports Land. yeah, I would need to like sit on this track for a little bit longer just so I can finally capture that corner without crashing into the wall. A little bit too wide on this, but it kind of doesn't matter considering we are right now finishing this race. And now we're moving to Impreza event. Which for Impreza event, I actually have a car that is pretty damn rare. And I'm gonna show you guys in a moment. There we go. Garage. Subaru Impreza 22B STI version, which is one of the rarest and most unique Subaru Imprezas you can get in the game. And the nearest opportunity for you to get Subaru Impreza is by basically racing for 130 days. At 130 day of your playthrough, you can get Subaru Impreza 22B at Subaru used dealership for 56,000 credits. And there it is. It's a beautiful car that I already have modified a little bit. 531 brake horsepower, 1130 kilograms of weight. I'm just gonna check if it has every single thing modified. Yes, it does. All right. Let's go for the Impreza event. You can also see this car being present during the four-wheel drive challenge on Laguna Seca. Alright, let's see what kind of track we're gonna get. Oh, okay, that is actually not a bad track for this kind of car. Okay, so 4.5, and it sets you up to 9.0. We're definitely gonna get you a higher suspension than 125 because you're a Trail Mountain. 4 and 8 because I don't know how you're really gonna drive. We're gonna keep the camber as this. I'm not gonna adjust the toe. 5 and 6, 20 and 22 on the brakes. Gearing, because you have 500 brake horsepower at 10, it's gonna be short enough. Now let's see the LSD. Oh boy. LSD might be an enigma because I don't know how this car behaves. So we're gonna basically win with what we got. Let's go. Is it reverse or is it regular? It's a reverse. And I'm never gonna get used to that corner on the reverse Trail Mountain. We already have driven on this track while we are using the Honda NSX Type R. A little bit more understeer on the back. And could use a little bit stronger brakes. Sadly, this is the only opportunity when we're gonna drive this Subaru Impreza, maybe sometime in the future. But for now, it is what it is. Which car in itself, even after the adjustment that I have just made, it doesn't really drive that badly. It would still just require a little bit more work. a little bit of a curiosity, the Subaru 22B is basically an unmodified version of the Subaru Impreza rally car that you can buy for 500,000. And like I said before, this is technically one of the rarest, if not the most rare, car in the game. So if you have at least like 120,000, get yourself 2 pieces, one vanilla and one modified, and you are not gonna regret that. And with that, we are done with the Subaru. Now we gotta move towards the Mazda manufacturer, if I recall correctly. Yep, the next on the list is Mazda, and let's see what is the first race. The RX-7 meeting, and I already have a car perfectly prepared for that. Well, quotation marks. Not even. Okay, so I guess I wanted to first do the Nissans instead of that. Okay, it doesn't matter. We have the Mazda RX-7 GDC over here. Currently, this car has 682 brake horsepower and 1100 kilograms of weight. And oh boy, this car is gonna slap. It's probably gonna also send me to space. I also should check if this car has all the parts. I totally forget. I'm keeping on forgetting to check on that. Rotary engine, and I can already see that it has all the parts. All right. East City, Mazda, events, RX-7. Let's go. Normal style race only. Which, to get RX-7 GDC, you need to win the last race of the FR Challenge. Okay, 4-5. And because it has so much power, I'm gonna put the rear at 11. 100 millimeters of height on the front and the back. Let's see, 4 and 8. I'm gonna drive this car only once, sadly. Definitely gonna have to put the camber in tow on mine is 0.05 and plus 0.05 on this. 2022 on brakes. Gearbox we're gonna set up to 14. It's a Tahiti road. Five, and let's put the LSD diesel at 5 as well. I think I saw a 6 over here. Yep. Alright, let's see how this car's gonna behave on Tahiti road. Oh, it actually grips very nicely. They actually kind of want to get into the drift, but the drift is very, very controllable. Also, look at that turbo gauge. It's actually out of scale. It's absolutely out of freaking bounds. But the car in general, it drives very, very well. I kind of deserved that understeering over there. I tried to drift in the middle of a corner. That is 100% my fault. This car is so hellishly fast. But maybe then I just lost my feeling because I was driving cars that are not necessarily the fastest in the world. You know, SVX that has like maybe 390 horsepower. I think the strongest car that I have driven so far, besides RX-7, was NSX Type S0 with 444 brake horsepower. And just like that, the RX-7 race is finished. RX-7 GTC, the best car you can get. Well, at least from the RX-7s. You cannot really get this car to be modified by default. You have to buy the LM version of this car, which does not even reach 600 brake horsepower because it reaches more than 550. But still, it's being a pretty decent car. And also, the LM edition of this car has 6 gears. Alright, let's see what is the next race on the list of the Mazda manufacturer. RX-7, the next one is MX-5. And yeah, I have a red MX-5 over here because Jimmy Broadbent exists, and I stole his car. Yes, that's his car, 100%. I used the black magic to obliterate the car and change it into a pile of bits, and here it is. MX-5 with 296 brake horsepower and 901 kilograms of weight. Let's see how this car is going to perform during the manufacturer race for Mazda. The difference between the MX-5 from like 93 and MX-5 from 98 is that the fact the 98 version has 6 gears while this one has only 5. Normal style race. Hey, they have managed to get a photo of that red MX-5 over here. Alright, let's check the track. Let's see what kind of track we're gonna get. Because I'm gonna set up the suspension a little bit higher anyway. What is with the Trail Mountain circuit, ladies and gentlemen? What is with that, huh? I think 8.0 might be actually pretty good. 125. Actually, no, 120. No, 125. Yeah. 125 from the back. Or an 8. 1.0. Actually, I can step the toe at the front a tiny bit. 586 on stabilizers. 20 and 22. Gearing. Now this is we're gonna set the gearing at 8 because this car almost has 300 brake horsepower. And for now, LSD every single thing at 5 because we might adjust it. Okay, let's go for the race. At Trail Mountain, is it gonna be again in the reverse or is it gonna be a regular one? Because I'm slowly trying to get my feeling about the reverse Trail Mountain, I'm not gonna lie. It's a regular. It's a regular this time. It drives pretty nicely. Ain't gonna lie. I don't think it's gonna have a serious requirement to have it adjust anything besides the gearing. I could say the gearing could be a little bit longer on this car, maybe by 1 from 8 to 9, and that's gonna be pretty much great. Oops. And a little bit of wall damage right there. It's a good thing that this game does not have a visible physical damage on cars. There were only very few cars that actually tried to practice a visible damage on cars, like Destruction Derby, Demolition Racer. It's like the only racing games that I know of that try to include the visible indentations in the cars. Gran Turismo didn't have that. Gran Turismo only had like, if you crash into the wall, it's just gonna make a sound, and that's it. And it's, of course, it's gonna slow you down. Alright, now let's slap the racing modification on this car. It's actually getting pretty dark right now, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm gonna bring some light into this establishment. Well, bam! Just like this. Okay, racing style. Let's see. And what? Ugh. Yeah, the white is kind. Yeah, I'm gonna pick up the green with the yellow stripe. It definitely looks way better. Alright, so for this car, we're just gonna increase the maximum downforce to the max so we can fit in the corners. And we're gonna also increase the gearing by 1. I think increasing the gearing by 1 is gonna be good enough. Hey, look at that, it's grind walled again. It's almost like there's no other tracks besides the Trial Mountain and Grindwald. Gotta love the randomization. Alright, let's go. I'm pretty sure that this car is already way faster than SVX S4. Like, without even trying. I think I just realized something. Something really, by the way. Something really painful is gonna arrive. No, it's not like a leg cramp or no, but I kind of wish I had a leg cramp right now. I think it's gonna be some form of a sound that makes me wish that the leg cramp would actually attack me. And someone tells me it has some form of connection with the Mazda Demio. And someone tells me I'm gonna have to apologize to the people for using Mazda Demio for the next race. But for now, MX-5 race is over. And naturally, we won. Because we came prepared, with the prepared car, and prepared set of hands. So I believe the AZ1 race is like very last in the Mazda manufacturer. Yeah, now we got Demios. Why someone tells me that this car is gonna sound absolutely horrible? Mazda Demio A-Spec. Let me check if I bought everything for it, but I think I did. Yeah, it doesn't have... Yeah, I bought everything. Mazda Demio A-Spec. We can win this car by completing the... If I'm correct, K-Car Cup at Seattle Short Course. This is where we can get the Mazda Demio A-Spec, which is the best Mazda Demio we can get, period. And the first is normal style. First race is normal style, then it's gonna be second, which is the racing style. Let's see where the Laguna Seca, well, that's a new one. First of all, 4-5 versus... we're gonna set you up 6-0. Actually, I could set you up to 7-0. Suspension gonna be a 115 because it's Laguna Seca. 4-8. Your front car, so the camber 2-0 is gonna stay. Actually, 6-5 for the stabilizer. 20-20 because you're a front car. Gonna set up the gearbox at... I think 8 should be good enough. $5 foot long. Okay, let's go. Let's see what this car can do. Oh yeah, that's... Oh, that's an ear cancer, alright. I'm removing the muffler. Dear God. I can guarantee you that the dogs on the street right next to me can hear this. Jesus, who thought that this muffler sound is actually a good sound for the car? What kind of psycho thought it is illegal to make a sound like this for a car? I actually wonder if there's a Laguna Seca in reverse. I think there is. I think the only track that is non-existent is Test Course in reverse. Also, the other thing that doesn't exist after this race is my ability to hear a goddamn thing. Yep, that is very much gone, gone forever. Also, I think adjusting the camber, the front to 2, from 4 to 3 would be good. My sincere apologies, guys. I was suspecting that the Re of Destiny is gonna approach, and I thought it's only a superstition. It's not. It is possibly the worst car sound that I have heard in years. Okay, let's just skip this. No. Just stop. Stop it. Stop. Stop summoning dogs and scaring the cats, Mazda Demio. Alright, let's buy the racing modification for this car and remove the muffler, which also is gonna force me to lower the gearbox adjustment by 1 to the left, because if we're gonna remove the muffler, we also gonna have less power. But then, on the plus side, our ears are gonna rest. So, let's see. So we got blue and got red. Ugly sounding car and ugly looking freaking livery. I don't think it's a very ugly livery. Jesus Christ. You know, I'm just gonna pick up the blue one. Here we got the event, Demio Race, racing style, let's go. Deep forest, okay, yeah. Okay, where's the muffler? Yeah, normal. I can survive without those 20 brake horsepower. It's not gonna kill me. Alright. Let's go. I removed the muffler. And this car still sounds bad. Why? Why? Why do you punish me so much, Mazda Demio? Everybody could see that. I have removed the muffler. Did I cancel by accident? I'm sorry. I am deeply sorry for this. And if by any chance the dead are gonna start rising from the grave because something have woken it up, then you guys can definitely blame me for that one. You know, I genuinely think that this video was all fine and dandy, pretty calm, a little bit of a conversation now and there, and then Mazda Demio arrived. And just decided to make everybody death. And I'm asking a question to God. Why? On the plus side, we don't really have to drive very far anymore. The Macadamia is not really, cannot hurt you. Also Macadamia. Jesus Christ, this is a horrible car sound. It really is. I'm actually kind of glad that this game is not set up to be like extremely loud, because if this was any louder, I probably would go deaf. Or I'd be like, yep, I'm not driving this race, or something like that. It was still pretty damn awful. Okay, so the next race, if I recall correctly, it's AZ1. AZ1 Challenge. And that car is also pretty rare. It shows up pretty early. It shows up pretty early, but you need to keep your eye out for this car. Alright, the event, AZ1. Normal style only. Okay, let's go. We're gonna adjust the car, we're gonna see what kind of track we're gonna get first. Let me guess, it's gonna grind wall or... oh, Laguna Seca, okay, we're finally getting some form of a change. So it's 4.5, and let's set 6.0. Right height at 100 millimeters. 4 and 8. Camber at front 1 and the back 1.5 because it's an MR car. 5 and 6 on stabilizers. 2022 on the brakes. Gearing, let's go for 6. I think that's gonna be already too much. LSD on 5 on everything. Alright, let's start the race. At least this car sounds good. And a little bit better. Way more muffled. But to be quite fair and honest, I can cooperate with this. Why Macadamia didn't have that sound? Or at least something like this, but only with a slightly higher pitch. Instead, Macadamia has a engine sound that could send messages to aliens. A little bit too drifty, but still managed to take control. Also, Artisan AZ1, because that is the other name of this car. It's also one of the better K-Cup cars that we can actually obtain. It looks pretty cute. bit of understeering over here. Nothing that is not manageable, though. And off to the finish line for the last race at Mazda manufacturer, and right now we will be able to move towards the Nissan. Let's see what kind of race Nissan has first to offer. Currently day 170. Event. Sylvia and 200SX Club. Alright. As my car of choice, I decided to go for 200SX Type X because it looks like 180SX, and I almost never drive this car. So I wanted to change that. I kinda wish it had a different color, because if we manage to get a track in the dark, then it's not really gonna look really that good on a video. Normal style first. And the track is, oh, the Autumn Ring. Well, well, well. Now that's gonna be ever so slightly problematic. Gearbox at I guess I gotta keep it at 9. So it's Autumn Ring, so we are not gonna really have that opportunity. All right, let's start the race. We are not really gonna have the opportunity to see how fast this car can actually be. Let's see if it's Autumn Ring regular or it's a regular. This car actually drifts a lot. I don't know if you guys can see it, but on the back of the car it still says 180SX, despite the fact that this is 200SX. Yeah, that additional downforce is definitely gonna do its job. But I'm not sure, where do I lose the grip? Is it the rear that overreacts, or is it the front that pushes way too hard? Yeah, I think it's rear. But then again, the drift is not really that bad. It's very controllable, all things considered. So I might leave it as it is. The car settings, because the car does want to turn. And even if the car manages to get itself into a drift, it's not really that awful. It's quite alright. I can always regain the control at any point. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stay with this. This is more fun. Sadly, with additional downforce, we're gonna lose that ability to drift. But it is what it is. Alright, the second race is gonna be the racing style. Usually for this race I'm picking up the newest Sylvia, the Spec Air area, or Spec S, and it has 6 gears on it. But basically for this one I decided to take something else, and there we go. We're gonna break the gray one, but it's honestly it's just so bland. The gray one is just so freakishly bland. Oh well. Alright, let's see the track. Because I think suspension is alright. I think I can deal with the suspension, but downforce special stage R5. Okay. Is the 9 gonna be good enough? Maybe I should increase it by 1. Yeah, okay, let's go. Let's see if it's a reverse or the regular SSR5. I think it's a regular one. Well, the car definitely have not lost its tendency to wanting to drift, so that's great. Despite the increased downforce, this car is still fun to drive. Even on the freaking hood, it says 180SX. 180SX. Oh boy. Alright, off to the finish line. It's a really huge regret for me that the lights, the front lights like of this style actually are not present, are almost non-present in the cars anymore. The headlights that are opening. I really regret that. Alright, let's continue on. So, I think the next race on the platter is the Almera. Yep, Almera Cup. And, yeah, let's just switch the car. Almera VZ-R, not N1. With 264 brake horsepower and 1,012 kilograms of weight. It's a front-wheel, front-engine propulsion car. Okay, so we set it up to 4.5, as per usual. 9.0 over here. Higher suspension to 105 because that's to be how I like it. What kind of track do we have? Oh, another special stage. Okay. We just drove there like a second ago, but that's fine. 6 and 5, yes. 22 and 20. Gearbox we're gonna set up at 9. And LSD at 5 because I do not really know what this car is capable of. It's also only a single race with this car, so whatever result we're gonna get, we're gonna have to live with it. Quite a lot of RPM. Yeah, this car also does not really have the best sound. It also does not have really the best sound in the world. But grip on the other hand, holy crap. This car has the gorilla grip. Last corner, no problem. This car sounds like a Tesla trying to pretend to be an inline 6. Well, in this case it will be probably inline 4. But then again, it's just my opinion. It actually sounds like inside of this engine is just a bunch of angry, very angry hornets. And their anger is just pushing this car forward. And there we go. Race complete. Huh, 3 VRZs versus the regular 3 Almeras. Nice. And I think the next race on the platter is the the R34 GDR race, if I'm correct. I already was driving the GDR 34 in the past. Yep, there it is, Skyline R34 Challenge. I just need to check if it has everything bought in the past. So we're definitely gonna drive it. I think the only thing that this car is lacking is just the turbo. Yeah, it has a turbo kit stage 3. I know for a fact that we can apply the stage 4, which is what's gonna happen right now. It's gonna quick little detour towards upgrading this monster of a car that's currently have 774 brake horsepower. And besides that, every single other part has been already pre-purchased. So, R34 Challenge. Let's go. Also gonna change the modification of this car, because I know I have kinda modified this car. Tahiti, okay. I know that I have modified this car kinda weirdly. It's up to 11. Actually, let's go for 150 in the front and the back. 3 and 6. How about 4 and 8? Is that gonna be enough? 1-0. Actually, let's set up the 2-0. Maybe 0-5, 5-6 over here. This is good. 14. Let's up 16. All right. The car, I think, is ready. And it's a reverse Tahiti road. Oh, this car is super angry. Definitely a little bit more drifty, but not really that grippy, if I could say so. Definitely understeers quite a lot. Probably should leave that bound and rebound in peace. It's a good thing that I have adjusted the camber. If I'm ever gonna drive this car again, the toe needs to be also adjusted. Because this car understeers very, very badly. I need to brake way, way earlier before the corners. Yeah, this car is gonna require a lot of work. Sadly. On the plus side, the third gear doesn't lock up. All hail the 60 FPS. And R34 Championship, or race itself, has been finished. Now on to the next one. which is Micra Trophy. And I'm gonna drive a different Micra this time, because I have decided that I'm gonna for Micra Super Turbo from 89. With currently it has 214 brake horsepower and 708 kilograms of weight. I never really had a chance to drive this Micra. I'm not gonna lie. Hello, Sewer Aristocrat. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Micra Trophy, normal style. Let's see what kind of track we're gonna get. Oh, well, yeah, sure. I mean, Trail Mountain. What could possibly go wrong, right? Okay, 1 and 5, 4 and 8 because I don't know. Maybe 0.5, 5 and 6 over here. Actually, 22 and 20 because it's a front. Gearbox, let's stay at 8. You're doing great. That's good to hear. How about me? I'm doing also pretty good. I had to spend the half of the first day trying to preparing the cars, and now I'm doing some actual racing. And also recording this episode live on my Twitch channel. Imagine that. Twitch.tv/UncleLander. Shameless self-promotion. And it's a reverse Trail Mountain. Gee whiz, what a variety. And every single Micra Turbo is the same color as I do. So it's basically a race of 80s versus the 90s. Oh, you are definitely, my boy, you are definitely struggling with climbing up. And you are definitely sounding like you are being powered by a freaking kettle with boiling water more than anything else. I'm also willing to say that this car still understeers a little bit. And I think it also would be a good idea to shorten the gears. I think that setting up this car from gear type number 9 is like too much. 7 would be good enough. Oh yes, also, as we can see on the back, if you guys can actually read that, it says that it's a Nissan March. March is basically a different name for Nissan Micra. Come on, you can do this! I'm never gonna master that first corner over here. Also, yeah, this car is definitely understeering, so we're gonna have to adjust the bound and rebound to be an even less than 4, so we're gonna put it on 3. Different gearing. Probably gonna adjust the rear toe. And there we go, normal style race is complete. With all 3 Micro Super Turbo being me at first and the other ones in second and third place. Alright, let's apply the racing modification of this car. Which is only 1 pallet. Which makes it look actually pretty good if we were using this car for rallies. Thing is, we are not going for rallies anymore. We already have closed that chapter of our history. And I'm not gonna go there anymore. Wow, Trail Mountain, wowee. The variety. I'm gonna put it on 6. Maximum downforce. Let's go. Seriously, the entire eastern event is just giving us only Trail Mountain, Trail Mountain, Trail Mountain. It's like there's no other existing track, and of course it's in the reverse. Of course! But this time only 1 modern Micra, and all the other Micras are from the 80s. Listen, March. Oh yeah. I think adjusting the bound and rebound definitely helped. Yeah, the settings that I have applied definitely have helped, and downforce is being quite a significant addition and support to this car's turning and grip abilities. How is that the RNG only gives us the freaking Trail Mountain circuits? I don't hate the track, but I guess it's like the game is like, oh, he said clearly that he did not remember that track very well. How about we gonna repeat it over and over and over again, so he can actually learn it? And I'm like, okay. I guess I'm gonna do it. Little freaking boiling kettle of an engine. Alright. The micro race has been officially finished. I think the next race that is available is either GDR or there's some other race. No, we only have the GDR meeting, for which I have decided to pick Skyline GDR from 98. A V-Spec. GDR meeting, normal style. And I think I learned a little bit from my previous... Oh, Clubman stage, nice. So it's gonna be a way shorter track. It's gonna be 4.5 versus 11. We're gonna increase the maximum drive height to 120 millimeters. We're gonna put the damper band or ring berm to 3 and 8. We're gonna put the rear camber to 1.5. Tow is gonna be -5 and +5. And stabilizer, I'm gonna put on 6 on both. Braking, I'm gonna put 22 on both, actually. The automatic servo, the gearbox, because it's Clubman, 16 is good enough. And I'm not really sure about the LSD, so I'm gonna keep it at 5. I think the LSD is actually not that necessary to set up for this car. So yeah, let's go. Clubman stage road 5. It's gonna be a track that's gonna take us maybe like a minute or two. 2 minutes, and then we're gonna put the racing modification on this car, and then we're gonna get the auto ring. Oh, this car is angry. It's also a reverse track. Oh yeah, we can definitely see the difference now. This car is a beast. It sounds like a beast. But then again, what else do we expect from an engine that produces 690 brake horsepower? What a legitimately angry thing. Angry sounding thing. It's kind of, I think it sounds identical to Nissan Skyline V-Spec 2, the R32 that I have driven in the past. It's super loud, super angry, it's super powerful, I love it. Alright, so, the Skyline, this race can also have a racing style, so let's apply the racing modification on it. And depending on the track, the only thing that I'm gonna adjust is going to be basically the downforce. And I think from both of these, I'm gonna bring the green one. I think the green one looks much better. GDR meeting. Let's go. Rome circuit full course. Well, well, well. What do you know? I don't need to adjust the gearbox. Alright, let's just start the race. And I kinda hope it's not gonna be a reverse track. I don't really want to drive on a reverse one when it comes to Rome. I would... It's a much beautiful track when the Rome is in reverse, but I would like to prefer drive on the regular version. And the game says it's a reverse. Or no, never mind. I'm just hallucinating. Despite all the modifications, I can definitely say that this car still understeers a little bit. But it's nothing that cannot be adjusted. Good race with a good car. An extremely loud car, but still a car. And I think that summarizes the Nissan manufacturer races. So I think the next one on the list would be Tomicaria, if I recall correctly. And that one has only one race available. The one for ZZS Coupe. Yep. 100% correct. Yep, ZZS Coupe, that's the car that we need to bring, and I have it ready. ZZS Coupe right here. With 279 brake horsepower and 616 kilograms of weight. And it's an extremely fast boy. Let me tell you something. Alright, normal style, let's go. Let's see where that's gonna take me. High speed ring, nice. 4.5, and let's set up this to there. Yep. The height of this car could be at 105, I'd say. Damper, let's try 4 and 8. Cambered, it's a MR, so 1.5 on back, 1.0 on the front. 5 and 6 over here, braking 2022. Gearbox? I guess it's because it's very light. I could set it up on 9. 5 initial and acceleration, but the decel, I'm gonna try it on 20. Yes, okay. Let's check how this car is gonna behave on the high-speed ring. It's a little cute-looking car, and the track is actually in reverse. It's a cute little car. Looks like a frog. I kind of regret not buying this car in green because it looks like a little frog. I'm gonna call you Kermit. Oh, you are definitely jumpy. Yeah, sometimes when you're gonna have to apply those stabilizers to be a little bit more sensitive. Because on the long corners you are definitely very, very bouncy. I don't think you need to stabilize the controllers, but we definitely can adjust the bound and rebound. The rear at 8 can stay as it is, but the front we're gonna adjust from 4 to 3. And because you are so bouncy, I'm gonna also adjust the LSD decel and adjust the toe, so we can guarantee that you're gonna have the maximum amount of grip that you can get. Because the spring rate, I think the spring rate is alright. I'm just setting up the spring rate at the front at 4.5 because that's like the best number, I think. But it also depends on the car. I think the gearbox is set up pretty nicely too. With the additional downforce, giving that gearbox a +1 to the right would be... maybe it would be actually advised. Because this car is super light. Yeah, it doesn't sound like a bad idea. Alright, let's put on the racing modification. Because I think this car looks a little bit like a frog, if this car has a green racing modification, I'm gonna apply it on it. It's a cute car. It's an absolutely cute car. I love this. I love it. I love this car. It's adorable. Alright, let's see. And we have dark green. And I'm gonna go for it. There we go. Racing modification applied. Event and racing style for ZZS. Excuse me, that requires a sound effect.
Bruh.
Yep. Trowel Mountain. Again. Well, the adjustments to the thing are still gonna be applied. Please tell me that it's a regular trial mountain at least. Yep. inclined there to believe that the settings that I have applied are probably working. The car is not bouncy as much anymore, but the higher power on the stabilizers make this car understeer a little bit. And that was perfect. What was that sound? I think it was some kind of sound on the outside, though. Probably somebody with a car or something. I'm not even sure if the microphone had picked it up. I definitely have heard it. Alright, this car is definitely driving better. But if I'm gonna use this car sometime in the future, I'm gonna lower the stabilizers at the front and back by 1. To give this car a little bit more, give it a little of that bounciness back. So it can fit better in the corners, so it doesn't understeer. Because I don't believe I can adjust anything else to make this car drive better. Frog. Froge. Pepe the car. Alright. Race finished. So, Tomicar only has 1 race available. The next manufacturer is gonna be Mitsubishi, and Mitsubishi also has like only 2 races. Let's check what is the first race for the Mitsubishi manufacturer. Oh no, I was wrong. We also have Daihatsu, but Daihatsu is gonna bring the memes. Because the first race is the midget contest. Oh my god, and that car is just look at it. I mean, it's beautiful. It's perfect. And the absolutely most powerful engine ever of 82 brake horsepower and 500 kilograms of weight. Like, what could possibly go wrong? This car is a it could be compared to the My in Cyberpunk. It's just adorable. A little bit of a curiosity. The original of this car has, oh my god, even the worst trucks ever. This car was originally, I think, released in like 70s, 80s, and it only was driving on 3 wheels. No joke. I mean, how do you adjust this car? I guess 135, but this car is such a meme. The fact that I have decided to, like, even modify it is just redonkulous. Alright. It's gonna be a long race, ladies and gentlemen, so let's go. has a turbo. And also it's a reverse midfield raceway. Let's go, let's deliver some tofu. Though it's not Toyota AE86, so yeah. Out of my way, peasants. It was at this moment I realized that I applied way too short gears on this car. Are you kidding me? You better be kidding me. I could apply longer gears for this car. I don't believe that, dude. So how is your day going, guys? Are you guys in good health? Are you guys feeling good? You are great. I'm glad to hear that. I hope it's gonna stay that way, though. Oh no, they are catching up to me now. The chief tofu deliverer is right behind me. Oh no. Come on! You can do it, little midget. I have created an abomination of a car, let's be honest. And before it actually is gonna turn out that I did not set up the gearbox at higher at 1 and then just forgot to do it. Come on, the final stretch. You can do it. Don't get catch up by the other guys, please. That would be embarrassing. Oh, they are coming. Oh, they are here. Like quite honestly, I don't know why I worried so much. They were reasonably far behind. But Jesus Christ, this was a one noisy race. It's one for the history books. Kind of, I guess. Alright, let's see what is the next event. Cure. Or is it pronounced like Cure? Core? Cure with 190 brake horsepower and 708 kilograms of weight. Q or challenge, normal style. Oh yeah, yeah, I mean Midfield Raceway, I love that track. It's a four-wheel drive car, so I don't think I need to touch the front that much. Let's put it on 7. Alright, let's go. And again, Midfield Raceway in the reverse. Well, this time we actually did not get stuck at 100 kilometers an hour, the maximum speed. On the plus side, this engine's gonna squeeze 200, I think 200 kilometers an hour? Why am I driving your grandmother's car? Well, I have to drive something. Also, it's not me who have set up the rules, it's the game. They told me, hey, you see that car, drive it, and I'm like, okay. I cannot disobey. Then I could take that corner a little bit better, I guess. The car doesn't want to get into those corners. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to adjust this car just the same way as the Skyline. Little bit on the front, a little bit on the back. Without the LSD, LSD is not really that necessary for the four-wheel. For this car, I guess. Alright, let's apply the racing modification and let's see where we're gonna land. Because I think the gearing is alright when it comes to this car. It's just the downforce and the controls that are not really, well, the best. Or it's me who simply sucks. So we have red and blue. I'm gonna take the red. Kind of a simple livery for this car, not gonna lie. Very, very simple. Oh, see the short circuit, nice. That means I don't have to adjust anything. We can just, when it comes to the gearbox, we don't have to adjust anything, I can just drive it like this. Oh yeah, now it drives much, much better. I can definitely feel how tightly this car wants to like get into the corners. Super nice. Oh, at full speed too, Jesus. This car have just changed from an understring stubborn little thing that Jeremy's grandma drive into an actual racing car. I jest. Alright, and the last race from the Daihatsu, it's the Syrian race. Oh boy, the Syrian car. I am so happy to drive probably one of the most boring cars to ever exist. Thanks for the GGs. That car is boring. It's boring. It probably serves its purpose as a, you know, a family car, but as a racing car, why? That's the only question that I have when it comes to this car. Why? Rome circuit full course. Okay, and it's a four-wheel driver. Honestly, I'm just not gonna screw around anymore. 4.5. Let's put you on 7.0. 135 on the front and the back. 3 and 8 for additional grip. 1.5 at the back. -5 +5. 5 and 6. 2022. Gearbox at 7. 5. Oh, actually, it's supposed to set the 5 over here as well. 5 here. I'm just not gonna. I'm just not gonna make it a over-dramatization. I'm just gonna... I kind of predict how this car is gonna drive. Maybe it's a good prediction, maybe not. Only one way to find out. And it is a reverse Rome circuit. I have not driven this track in a long time. A long time. But Rome in reverse looks absolutely stunning. It looks it's such a beautiful track. And now I even believe that putting this car on the ultimate configuration of 7 might be a little bit too much for this car. So I guess putting it at 5, 6 would be good enough, I guess. Because this how this car sucks. This is not a good car. You are way better off trying to drive a tortoise. Because with a little bit of the cactus motivation, tortoise can actually go fast. Unlike this thing. I don't believe that this thing even goes anywhere. It likes to pretend that it's a car, but it's not really. Also, for a cool second, I thought it only has a mirror on on the one side of the car, and I was almost willing to compare this car to Yugo. Yeah, we're gonna lower the gearing on this car from 7 to 5, so we can actually see that 5th gear happening and it actually growing up. This car also has the racing one. Yeah, racing style. So we need to buy the racing modification for this thing. It hurts me physically to do that. Okay, so we got red, neon pink, blue that actually looks pretty decent, bright, even more neon color, orange, black, and red. I think I'm gonna go for the blue one. I think the blue one looks the best. All things considered. Modified Syrian. Alright, so like I said, the suspension is good. Suspension is pretty much alright. Oh, well, maybe never mind. We are not gonna adjust the gearbox. And a matter of fact, I'm thinking about keeping the gearbox as it is because the Red Rock Valley has a very long straight, so maybe setting up this gear at 7 is perfectly justified. If it was a different track, I would definitely reduce the thing, but at this point there's no real purpose in doing that. And non-reverse Red Rock Valley. People who are watching me since the beginning of the stream there that definitely have like enough of looking at this track. I also do. And I'm kind of afraid that I'm gonna have to revisit this track again sometime in the future. Well, at least on the plus side, maybe this car is not the most exhilarating, the most fastest car ever, but at least it grips correctly. When it wants to. Oh boy, this car has reached 200 kilometers an hour. On fully modified engine with only 700 kilograms of weight. That's yep, that's definitely an achievement. That's definitely an achievement. And done. Thank God. Because now we can move towards the Mitsubishi, and Mitsubishi has only 2 races, well, not 2 races, but 2 contests, in which only one of them is going to require me to buy a full racing modification for the car. And I think the first one is for Mirage, but I'm gonna take a look. Yeah, we got a Mirage Cup. And it's gonna require the normal style and the racing style. Mirage Cyborg ZR. With 233 brake horsepower and 975 kilograms of weight, so it's a pretty hefty boy for a nice little hatchback. And we got Deep Forest Raceway. Hold on, this is a front drive car. I'm actually gonna set out to 80 over here. 135 suspension. 4 and 8 for now. Camber can stay. Toe, I'm actually kind of afraid of adjusting it. 22 at the front, 20 at the back. Gearbox at 7. And LSD at 5. We're gonna see if anything is gonna require adjustment. Okay, Deep Forest Raceway, let's go. And we are driving the Deep Forest in reverse for the first time ever. Oh, this car is definitely a noisy fella. Now, we were talking Hornets. This one has a nest of wasps inside. But I think driving-wise, the car is set up properly. Don't really feel like adjusting anything. At least right now. Probably giving this car additional downforce is gonna help it extremely with the grip. I mean, it does that with every single car, come to think about it. I've noticed that the other Mirages are actually keeping up quite well. Think about it this way. It's not Mazda Demio. Also, I would say that the sound of this car kind of reminds me more of a Honda NSX. And that didn't bother me. And just like that, race complete. Now, let's slap the racing modification on this thing. Let's apply the downforce, and let's see what kind of track we're gonna get. Because depending on the track, I might actually increase the gears. Adjust the gearing. And what do we have? Either white with the rally art or silver with the rally art. I think I'm gonna go for the white with the rally art. It just looks much better. And it doesn't, you know, it just delivery is more present. It's more visible. Alright, racing style. Let's see the track. In before they're gonna slap me on the test course. Which, no, it's actually the same track as before. Nice. Yeah, just make it ever so slightly longer, and I'm good to go. Is this gonna be also the reverse Deep Forest Raceway? I think this one is actually normal. Imagine drawing this car on the rallies, actually. According to my Twitch chat, the ads are gonna start in 5 minutes. Damn, if there is only a way to prevent getting ads. Oh, I know a way. Getting a sub on Twitch. For the whole month, you can get ad-free viewing on every channel on Twitch. But now, because we're in September, the longer the sub you're gonna buy, the more of a discount you're gonna get. Imagine, imagine. Okay, I will admit, this car is still a little bit understeery, so there could be a little bit more adjustments, but for what it is, it drives alright. Alright, Mirage Cup complete. And now for the second race at the Mitsubishi manufacturer, which I believe it's a Lancer Cup. And oh boy, did I brought the Chad, the man with a plan. That I brought the thing that every fan of Gran Turismo is gonna definitely enjoy. Evolution meeting. And it's gonna be an evolution indeed. The one and only Yellow Evo 5. With 521 brake horsepower and 1210 kilograms of weight. Oh boy. And we're only gonna be able to drive it once. So whatever setting we're gonna get, that's what we're gonna be stuck with. The only thing that would make this race even better, Seattle full course. It would be like putting a cherry on top, but we'll see what we're gonna get. The judges say Grand Valley section. Okay. We can't have fun. We cannot have fun things, guys. We cannot have fun things, guys. It's a crime to have fun in these parts. 4-8. Maybe 5 and 6. 2022. We're gonna see how this car is gonna drive. The gearing we're gonna set up at 10. Everything at 5 over here. It might be actually be understeering, but we'll see. Oh, I'm not gonna sneeze? No? Okay, good. In time. Hey, we have a copycat over here. Lancer Evo 3. That is also yellow. This Lancer actually doesn't drive half as bad as I initially thought. Still understeers, sure. But I'm gonna be honest, it understeers in a fun way. It's definitely a fun car to drive. You probably would still need the same adjustment as I would normally do for the four-wheel drive cars, but right now I'm happy with what I got. Oh, shush it, you're a rally car. You can do this. Alright, we have the Mitsubishi manufacturer complete. And I believe it's a good time to move towards the last manufacturer in the East City, Toyota. Let's see what first race does Toyota offer to us. I think the first race is Celica, if I recall correctly, and the best Celica that you can get is Celica GT4, which has over 200 brake horsepower by default, and also it's a four-wheel drive. Alright, check the events. Yep, Celica meeting. And I have just the car for the thing. Celica GT4 from 95, like I said, four-wheel drive, modified to 464 brake horsepower with 1,228 kilograms of weight. Yep, all the parts are installed. I even stopped to take a look at the parts because at this point I have more confidence that I actually have installed them in comparison to what have happened for the freaking Honda Beat. Right, normal style Celica racing. At Midfield Raceway. Okay. I'm gonna go 9.0. 130 millimeters. Honestly, I'm gonna go with the setting. We're gonna see if that's gonna be good enough, because if I have managed to find like a universal way to tune up this car, then I'm gonna be super excited about that. Gearbox at... let's set it up at 10. Alright, let's get that race done. Is it gonna be a normal, or is it gonna be reverse midfield raceway? It's a reverse. I think I see Celica from 83 over there. Yep. Oh yeah, with those settings the car is driving perfectly fine. I've noticed that it has more understeering on a straight than in the corner, so I think I might need to eliminate the toe. Because I think the camber is alright. But I think the toe might be ruining the capabilities of this car. Then again, it might be just my imagination. Alright, this race is complete. I'm actually thinking what would happen if I would adjust the... If I would... Honestly, I'm gonna experiment with something. Just a tiny wee bit of an experiment, but it might actually work the magic. I'm gonna make this car, I'm gonna just simply set up the bound, rebound. I'm gonna make this rear springs to be a little bit more bouncier. I know what I'm gonna do. Alright, now I need to give this car a race modification, and it's gonna be definitely a livery that everybody who is a fan of rallying in rally cars is gonna definitely recognize it. Ain't that a beauty? Seattle Circuit Photo Course. Okay. I'm gonna set up to 10-0 over here. Toward the front. Yeah, let's eliminate that. Maximum downforce. Right, let's go. Because I think the gearing is... Oh, Jesus. Purity, by the way. I think the gearing is alright. And this is a... what seems to be a regular Seattle full course. Nice. Good. It's gonna be a good test. Oh yeah, I think not only the downforce, but eliminating the toe adjustment. Ending the bound and rebound. The front one onto the 2 was also a pretty good decision. So I can feel that the car is driving way differently. It actually wants to participate in cornering. Maybe in a little bit of a drifting too. Okay.
Welcome back.
Oh boy. Massive Steam with the tier 1 for 16 months. Thank you very much for that. Appreciate it. Thank you for the long-time support. Howdy. Well, I'm doing good. I hope you're doing good. Also, maybe as a little reminder, because we definitely are, this episode is definitely going to be one of the longer ones. This episode, like every single other of the episodes of the Gran Turismo 2, is recorded live on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/UncleLander. Come in, say hi. And if you're enjoying what you're seeing, consider subscribing, following. It helps a bit. Liking and leaving a comment, same deal. And this is the end of the Celica competition. Let's see what kind of competition we have next. Once again, massive thank you very much for... I'm gonna have to open a little bit of water. Thank you very much for that sub, appreciate it. Hope you're doing well, and I hope you're enjoying the Tuesday. I hope everybody's enjoying this Tuesday. Nice. Moist. Stay hydrated, guys. 'Cause I definitely don't. Okay, so we have Starlet meeting as the next. It's only unracing modified car. And I have a little bit of a treat for you guys over here. Because I have decided to pick a Starlet 3-door Turbo S as a car for the Starlet meeting. And I must say, I like this car. I really love it. It's a cute little thing. And also, it has 174 brake horsepower and 653 kilograms of weight. After applying all the modifications, which actually... Now come to think about it, I should check if I actually did apply all the modifications. Yes, I did. Alright. Let's get back to the Toyota, and let's do the Starlet race. Starlet meeting. Normal style. High speed ring. I think 7.5 is good enough. 145 height rate is also gonna be good. 408 is gonna be enough. 1.0 at the front. Toe, maybe that. 5 and 6. Brakes as per usual, 2022, because that's in general a very good setting. Let's set up this car at 6. That might be a little bit too much, but then again, who knows? 5, 5, and 5. This is a pretty low-powered car, so... Alright, high-speed ring, let's go. Oh, this car is definitely ready for some action. I actually wanted to get this car in that green over there, but I guess that's not gonna happen. This car also only have 5 gears, and now I realized that this car should have longer gear setup than just 6. But I think we're gonna win this race either way, without many complications. A little bit understeering, but that's pretty normal for the front wheel rear engine cars. Sorry, front engine rear wheel cars. You might lose a little bit of that leadership on a longer straight, but we are most likely gonna regain it back as we're gonna try to get through the corners. 197 kilometers an hour is the maximum speed of this little runt. And it seems like the cars from the back are definitely catching up to us. But now we're entering the section in which corners are quite plentiful, so this is where we're gonna lose them. And off to the finish line right now. What a great car. I kinda wish I could put a longer gearing on this car by at least like 2 settings, because right now it's I think on 6. If I put this on 8, it would be perfectly amazing. Alright, let's check what is the next race from the Toyota manufacturer. I believe it's an MR2. Well, not MR2, it's technically MRS race. Yeah, MR2 Spider Trophy. We have MR2 Spider with 254 brake horsepower and 892 kilograms of weight. And let me tell you, this car is gonna be it's gonna be bouncy. This car can be very, very bouncy, so we're gonna have to put quite a bit of settings for this car. But let's see first what kind of track are we gonna drive this car in. Because the flatter the track, the better for us. ROM circuit full course, it's actually is brilliant. The settings are still gonna be adjusted though. Yeah, 120 is gonna be good enough. 4 and 8 I think it's gonna be great, but we're gonna put rear camber at 1.5. We're gonna adjust the toe. 5 and 6 over here. 2022 on the brakes. Gearing we're gonna put at because it's a very light car, I think 10 is gonna be good enough. 5 LSD initial. LSD acceleration at 5, but LSD decel we're gonna put at 30 actually. And let's go. Let's see if it's a ROM circuit in reverse or is it the regular one. I do believe it's gonna be the reverse one. And I was wrong, it's a regular one. And thankfully, thanks to all the settings I have applied to this car, right now on the longer turn, this car doesn't bounce up and down like a crazy dog with the worms up its bum. Very easy domination. Entering lap 2. High speed entering the corner and the car doesn't bounce. It actually wants to get into the corner, it wants to stay inside of a track. Very good. I think after this we're only gonna have like 4 races in total, because one for Altezza and one for Yaris. Alright, the MRS challenge has been completed. Alright, let's check just in case. But I'm pretty sure that we only have Altezza and Yaris Cup to win. Yeah, we got Altezza Cup, it's gonna be normal style and the racing style. And it's a car, I have decided to bring the Altezza 280T, modified by Tom's, with 411 brake horsepower and 1192 kilograms of weight. And if I know something about Altezza, is that this car loves to understeer, so I already kinda have a vision of what kind of settings I'm gonna apply into this car. Grand... That's gonna be a long one. Yeah, 120, I guess. 3 and 8. 1.5 on the back. 5 and 6 over here. 2022. Definitely different gearing. This car is gonna get, I think, 12. It has 6 gears, so I think 12 is gonna be good enough. If not, then oh well. 5 over here. But I'm gonna get 20 on the diesel. Alright, let's go. I think the gear automatic 7 and 12 is gonna be good enough. In worst case scenario, it's just gonna be a little bit too short. Enjoying on Grand Valley Speedway, the normal version. And the car still understeers a little bit. But I think it comes natural with the car that has no downforce whatsoever. Because besides that, I believe it's a perfectly drivable car. Even it's, it wanted to play a little bit now. It definitely wanted to drift back there. Now this car drives like a dream. Okay, well, maybe almost. The initial downforce is definitely gonna help it. I think streaming for 6 hours finally starts to get into me. I'm definitely getting tired. This episode is also going to be probably one of the longest, if not the longest. But then again, the East City has the most amount of events in the entire game. But don't worry, guys. I already had like 2 or 3 breaks before I started recording this episode, so it's all good. I'm perfectly fine. Just a little bit of tiredness. It's pretty much that must hit eventually. All right. People were driving Lexus IS 200s, but none of these guys had an idea to drive the 280T, which is intriguing. Well, they lost my game. Now let's put the racing modification on this thing. which is definitely gonna help in stability of this car. And let's see where we're gonna get sent when it comes to the track. Racing modification. And we have beautiful either Nets logo, or we can go for the full Castrol. I think I'm gonna go... I'm kinda actually... Nets Toyota, I'm actually kind of tempted to go with the red and blue stripes, but then again the Castrol is like more visible. I'm gonna go with the classic Castrol. Right, racing style. Let's see where it's gonna take me. Seattle Circuit full course. Okay, that means that I can shorten my gears and increase the downforce. Because besides that, the car is pretty much ready. And it seems that we're gonna drive Seattle in reverse. I was ready to concern that I'm driving at the Seattle short course for a second over there. Oh yeah. The car still understeers a tiny bit, but it's quite negligible. Or maybe not. It's not really that negligible. We'll need to work with this car a little bit. But for the purpose of this race, I think it's perfectly fine. Oh, excuse me. I had to sneeze right there. I hate to sneeze because it definitely kills the flow of the race, but... there's not much I can do about that. Yeah, now that I have applied additional downforce, this car is not really as drifty as it was before. And just like that, all the Altezza races can be considered to be complete. Hey, this time we actually have 3 Altezza 280Ts. Not surprising. Alright, and now we're gonna move to the last of the races, not only from Toyota, but also in the entire East City, the Toyota Yaris. We're gonna check if it's actually... Yeah, it's only Yaris Trophy. There it is. Yellow Yaris. Because pink was not available, sadly. Alright. Let's go. Last 2 races. Let's see where the first one is going to be. And we'll start a race first. High speed ring. Okay. I'm gonna put 4.5. And the back at, I guess 6.5 should be good enough. Suspension at 135 millimeters. Damper 4 and 8 for now. The camber is good. The toe, I kind of not really want to adjust in this car. Braking 22 and 20 actually, and the gearing is gonna be at 7. Downforce we will be able to adjust that later, and LSD all at 5 for now. Alright, high speed ring race, let's go. Hopefully the setting that I have just applied over here are gonna be enough. Is it me or I see 3 yellow freaking Yarises? Yep, it's most likely 3 yellows versus 3 dark Yarises. Yeah, I think that's blue, dark blue, dark blue. Yeah, dark blue Yarises versus 3 bright yellows. Let's see how that's gonna go. The only thing I can guarantee you guys, and that might be a shocker, the Yaris is gonna win. I know, I'm shocked myself, trust me. This car can surprisingly squeeze over 200 kilometers an hour. That is quite great. Overall, I think I could make that car to take turns a little bit more, with a little bit more enthusiasm. Because it's definitely understeer-ish a little bit. So we're probably gonna adjust the bound and rebound. Might need to increase the rear spring rate. And I might touch the toe as well. This camber is gonna be alright. I think the camber is fine. Though nothing stops me from adjusting that as well. Well, take a look, what a surprise. Toyota Yaris have won. But naturally, the only difference is that one of them is mine. Anyway. I wonder if the racing modification have anything with pink. Because hee hee ha ha Gran Turismo 3 memes, which is a game that I really wish I could play, but I don't own the original copy. That is pink-ish, but it's ish. It's not the pink, so I don't think it's actually gonna count. I'm gonna bring the darker green. Also, Toyota Vitz, which is a different name for Toyota Yaris. The final race of the East City. This is gonna happen in Deep Forest Raceway. Yeah, 8-0 over here, 3, 1-5 over here, camber, and that's all I'm gonna adjust because I think that the gearbox is actually pretty alright. Though Deep Forest Raceway does not really have that long of a straight, so I could shorten it up. Plus we have to adjust the fact that the... Oh, I didn't adjust the downforce on this car. Oh well. Reverse Deep Forest Raceway. I'll live with it. Oh my god, you can just in your car. You're supposed to put your foot down for Johnny and he didn't do that. Oh my god, this guy's horrible. It's just so bad. Alright, the final lap. Off to the finish line, wrapping up the final race of the East City. Well, that was definitely the longest episode that I have ever recorded, 100%. But it was not an endurance race, it was actually worth it. Because there was a variety of races, so I'm not really as tired, I'm not as numb as I was during the Rum City Course endurance race, which is 97 laps, and it was like 2 hours of racing, like straight up 2 hours of racing. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is gonna wrap up the East City manufacturer events. Hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. People of Twitch, I'm just gonna still over here, but people of YouTube, this is the end of the episode, like I probably said just a second ago. Hope you guys have enjoyed. If you did, consider subscribing, ring the bell, stopping the like, leaving a comment, all that good stuff. Links for all my socials can be found in the description below, as well as in the description down below and pinned comment. Thank you guys once again. Also, before I'm gonna leave, before I'm gonna absolutely forget, the music that is playing in the background has been made by Carl Casey at his official website whitebadaudio.com and his YouTube page Whitebad Studio. Thank you guys once again. I'm gonna see you guys on the next episode, which we're gonna cover all the North City races. I'll see you guys on the next one. Tiredness hits. Bye.